We're playing Edith Finch this Halloween. I'm actually excited for this game because I've been meaning to play it for a while now. Um, that's how I play this game.
A
Cool.
lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
Right? So
I
far, so
lived here until I was
good.
11, but I
Oh,
wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
that was not like my house. My house did not have like
I
locks
hadn't been
on the
back since
interior
my
doors.
brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, I like the animation. That's sad. I'm sorry.
In her
Um,
will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
okay, this is a super relatable statement. You don't know how many keys in my house don't go to doors that we still own. Um, my parents like to have. I'm assuming they like to have fun and just like finagle and like put the keys in different locations in the like miscellaneous drawers. So when I find a key, I'm like, ooh, this could be like a super secret key. I
No one
was
had driven this way
younger,
in a long time,
but like,
but I saw the
ooh,
fingerprints.
this could be a super secret key, but it's not. It's to the door to the old mud room that we don't have anymore. Like it's not special. Old footprints. Deer. I really hope it doesn't sound cloudy.
The
Um.
truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Oh, so this is
But now
your
I have
house now.
questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay. My family's
The
fairly
house was
straightforward with
exactly
each
like I
other.
remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
A hazard? Like this just looks like it was not up to code. Wait, what was it? A truck? A tarp? So I can't jump. Oh, I can open. Oh, that was like start. So I guess that's the family tree. I haven't. I watched like one video on this in my entire life because I really wanted to play this on my own, but
As a
um,
child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
OSHA violation. That's what this looks like. Any violation under any sort of like contracting, they would be all over this. Is that a tree sticking out your house?
Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, so she's 17, 1999. Math is not really my strong suit right now. I think this was like 20,
I hoped the key might unlock the front door.
16. There we
It
go.
didn't.
Because they're like, so triggers are the hint. Actually, I know someone with gloves like this.
Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
It looks surprisingly clean and well dusted. Are you sure? Um, nobody lives here? Sure. I'm not sure. That's bags of potting soil. Unopened bags of potting soil. I guarantee you a creature or rodent would have gotten into that by now. Um, time to break and enter into my own house. Those are the biggest wind chimes I've ever seen in my life. Those are the Chinese wind chimes in the history of mankind. Don't go through the doggy door.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
You own the house. Just kick the door.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
So obviously you, like, something happened that you left. I love the tennis ball thing that people have in their house, like in old houses. My grandma used to have one, and I wanted to use it as a tetherball. My parents had other things for it. Still don't know what it's really used for, unless it's to stop the car, but you can sort of figure that out quickly. You can tell where the front of the car and the garage is.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
And dirty dishes. These dishes don't look dirty. We were just storing them in the, like, sink. Also, how many plates does one human family need? This is a... I thought that stack of books were plates. But still, that's a lot of plates. Is this cups? No.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
How long has it been since you've been here?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Eddie... Obviously you left in a hurry because you left Eddie and
My
his
mom was the only one of us who
oxygen.
could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Having
It was like
watched
a
the
bomb
game
had
theory.
gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Yeah, I did watch the game theory video, so I do
Nothing
know,
in the
like...
house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Who's been here packing boxes? Donna Finch?
Even the fireplace had a story.
Huh?
Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Yeah, well, my house did have a fireplace too, and it was the original. It's not really all that special or magnificent. We destroyed ours. Ooh, I have to do this myself.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music
Punch
box
it.
for Barbara.
I'm not... No, I am not in a house on my own.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
No, this is like a jump scare thing. What is Bigfoot doing in the back? Is that supposed to be like a thing? I never want to do that again. I guess I'm headed up the stairs. You know, I've always wanted to ride on one of these, but I've never actually like had the need to. What is this?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
This is a small library. I'd be very concerned with the conservation of, you know, bodies. And I know they mean books, but this is supposed to be like a spooky game, I assume. So...
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then
Oh?
Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh, so like the keys?
As a kid, I just
'Cause they
assumed every
died.
house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
This is a bathroom. Did Gregory live in a bathroom? Gregory.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Excuse me? I would move rooms.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Edith died in 2010. Sven died in 1964, so he was not very old. Molly?
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
So they just all keep their rooms the same? Wait, how old is 1947? 1947. Edie, 1917. So that's about 20? No, that's like 30 years after. Yeah, so, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know how old she was in 1947. But 37. She was only 10 years old. That's sad.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Guess we'll try this key, which is clearly for... I was gonna say a door, but you know, book works too.
My mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Nope, it was a door.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
I love how she's treating this as like, this is normal.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
Yeah, neither did I, but you're taking this a lot better than me. We just walked through a crawl space. Is this the Onion thing from Steven Universe? Where he's walking through those doors? I really hope there's not a, they're good, there's not a fit. That's some disgusting water though. Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I look so unenthused. Like I can see myself in the camera. I'm enjoying this game.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
You don't... You seem to live in a fairly big house. You gotta have more food. Don't eat the pumpkin.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I like how I went straight for gerbil food. That carrot had a disease on it. Did you dissect a starfish to make it grow back? Why? Why? Don't eat the fish. I beg of you, don't eat the fish. The pooper.
I kept eating and eating.
No, stop. I made a mistake.
I ate a lot of things that night.
I hope those weren't...
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Yeah, it's the sound of death. You ate toothpaste.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Well, I can't exactly say
It was
that
a
this
barn
is this
swallow
child's
going
best
back to her
choice.
nest. I reached out for her. And
I know
suddenly,
what happens next.
I was a cat.
You high off of what I could assume is lead toothpaste. 1947. Oh. Oh
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
What the heck is this kid's leaps? Forget everything I said before about this child. They are fine. If this is what they're capable of. Okay. Now it's a bit much. So I see it's more like a story-based game. And not a, like, really big on the skill taken to play it so far.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So you do know what happens to birds when cats catch them. How hungry are
I
you,
gobbled her
child?
up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
So I know where this goes.
Rabbits.
Oh, I can fly? Oh, please don't kill the rabbit. This thing's... It is but little. Aye!
I imagined his face looking up and seeing
That
mine
is my battle
through
cry.
my talons.
What the...
I swallowed him up, and I didn't
The
chew one bit.
hell?
Then I flew off to find something.
You swallowed him up and chewed... My child. Oh, sister in Christ. It's still alive. This is
A mama rabbit.
Why are you so specific about the fact that it's a mama rabbit?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Ow. It's like Goat Simulator. Water! Gotta wash down the toothpaste! I don't think...
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
See, I don't... Ooh, got the speed. Yeah. She's definitely, like, not alive.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Juicy? That's blood, my guy.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
You sadistic child. It got real sensitive. You know that part about not having skill to play this game? Yeah, I guess it was wrong. I see your blood.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
A snake? Octopus. Oh no.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people ugly.
Oh no. You poor, poor child. It's called an octopus?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
What's happening? There you go. Carl, no. Hold on, I'll have to pause for a second. And I'm back. Thought someone was knocking on my door to my house. They were not.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
So you really wanted to kill these people. So, is this all hallucination, or is this just like Molly going on a killing rampage?
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Self-control? I don't know.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
This smells like shit. This is a sewer. I'm sorry, kid, but it smells like doo-doo, doo-doo. Yep, doo-doo. Doo-doo water.
my stomach started growling.
You have multiple in this form?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
So, something killed Molly.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Alright.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
How did you know that? You looked at it through a peephole. The Court of Owls. I'm a dork.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
This is nice and all, but can we leave this painting? Wait a minute. Molly? This is what was said to have killed you, wasn't it?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
What was that? Kind of concerned. Let me leave. Right, how did I get in here again? It was crawl space, but I can't enter again. Is one maybe out the window? Yeah.
This would be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
So this is after.
So, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
No, you didn't. You
We
spent.
got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When
You-
Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
You said you were only in here when Edie was doing your portrait.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Again, watch
One
the game
summer,
theory.
they
I know
evacuated
what
the island, but
I know what
Edie
Edie's up
refused
to.
go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
And that's probably a safe bet. Don't define yourself by your past and people you're, not.
The room was like a museum.
You have. Your
For
dead
500
relatives.
years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their
For
fortune
500 years
and
I've
misfortune.
slumbered, waiting for the day that someone opens this real clicker.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johann. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Wait. You had to be rich to be able to move an entire house with you onto new land.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington
Well,
send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I guess you're not that rich.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Why did it? That baby looks sinister. Those parents look like they need help. Okay, I guess that was it. But that was a sinister looking baby.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
That was 1887. No, 1937. He's the first. Edith was born in 37. No, Molly died 37. Molly was born 37. Edith was born 1917. That meant she was 37 when he died. Which means that I understand. Okay. Pills. Built. I thought that said butts. Oh. This is my life. I'm happy with it.
Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Before or after he was killed?
Great-grandma had always been the family's biggest fan.
That's a sacred text sewing machine. Huh. So they're Swedish.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Frog. With a spike through it. We have a lot of those at work. I work in a theater.
The only trace
So it
Grandpa
makes
Sam's
sense.
first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Wait, is that?
It was a pretty big trace.
Oh no. I hate the carpet. You should never have to vacuum a bathroom. So it unlocks every lock.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Alright.
It's in the last place you would look.
Didn't think that.
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
So they use books as keys. Close the tabs back.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Okay, before we go in here, I think that's where I'm going to call it for now. Hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. My voice is too monotone for doing that. Bye.